Okay, OBS crashed. OBS crashed for some reason. So this is an example on how to actually, let's do it like this. Music type, let's close this. This is how music is played. Music type, planetary base, so I can have many songs depending on the type of music. Let's say start menu and terrain. Let's just map, terrain map. What was this? Set parent. Okay. Since so when the scene changes, I set this as don't destroy on load. Why I do this twice? Parent null. This is the same thing twice. Let's remove this. So I can just do this, you know. Prepare for scene change. I just need to don't destroy on load. So these are all the sound effects. I have a sequence here. Okay. Hola pa yan. Hola. Here's my doggy. My little dog. So the idea is to put all of this into a separate scriptable object. I think so. I can set the clip, the volume, if it's a loop, and change the pitch. Maybe I can set the pitch range. That would be nice. The source. Okay. Or I could use it just like that. Sound source loop. So this is a bit difficult. because I need to understand which sound source to use. Actually, this is good for 2D games, but I'm not sure if this works fine for 3D games. I have many audio clips here. Maybe I can get some ideas. How do you do this? Can I take a look here? An audio album, element 1. Okay, so this is for music, it seems. Of axis frequency, frequency curve, optimize, add filter, events, audio origin, audio system, fade in, that's a bit too much, audio track, ambient track, and here we have the audio clips. I'm not sure. Okay, let's just I'm not sure if I should change this. What's this? When it's awake. What? Audio sources array? Oh. So I need to put many audio sources in the array. But this should be different because the audio source are in 3D. Let's get some documentation. Need audio source. The audio source is a component that plays an audio clip in your scene and provides options to customize its playback behavior. This information covers how to set up. Okay, we have a component. Audio listener. An audio source component to a game object to control how and where the place and where sounds place in your scene. Audio sources are components that let you integrate sound effects, music, commentary, and other audio features in your application. They interact with other audio components in Unity that allow you to edit, enhance, and output sounds in your scene. Okay. Audio clip. Okay, so this is an audio clip. It's like an image. And this is the audio source. What's this? Audio random container. Okay, so it's a playlist. Okay. Skip volume pitch, so it's like the others. Okay, fundamentals. Boson. You used source. His plane returns true. Audio source. Triggers a new instance. Fundamentals. Reference. Skip. Pitch trigger. Time loop count. Pitch. Additional resources. Audio source. Okay. So that's the audio clip. Let's add a new folder called sound effects. What should be the first? Let's start with the click. What? No, light. UI solve. That's too much. Anyway, I have many guys, many different types of sounds here. So let's create an audio mixer. What's this? Master snapshot. Never used this in my life. Let's delete it. So create audio random container. Let's check it. Edit. Okay, volume. Pitch. Or randomizes it. Cool. Trigger. Audio clips. Trigger. Pulse automatic trigger mode. Nice, count 1. Random container. Well, this is intriguing. Let's see. Set up an audio listener source. Where was this? Assign another resource to your audio source. Audio data. The property accepts an audio mixer. Okay. Also the mixer is to add effects. Mixer. Update on unscaled. Auto mixer suspend. Master. Oh, look at this, I can add effects. Nice. Pitch, I can change the pitch. Cool. Didn't know that. Audio listener. Audio source, audio reference. Audio source. Audio source component. A list randomize. So I can randomize from a list of clips. Okay. Let's see. Clip list length 3. Okay. Okay. Let's check the audio source. Audio source. Import, create, audio source. An audio source. Create an audio source from an audio file. Create an audio source from an existing game object. Search from the menu. Okay. Okay. So I can add it as a component. Create an audio source from the menu. Okay, audio and other resources to your audio source. Assign, you need to, okay, audio source, audio resource. Try an audio clip. Okay, click the smart cycle. Alright. So let's say, let's add audio source there. Audio resource. Okay. Mute, bypass effects, listener, reverb, loop, priority, volume, pitch, stereo, 3D sound settings, Doppler spread. So what I can do is, in this guy, when I say to play effects, I can set the source like this. Whoop. Set the source. There. What's this? Play as effects. So this is null. And I pass it a this. Let me see. Play the source. I just set it to play. Okay. So what if a single game object can do many different sounds, but with the same audio source? So this changes the audio source. Play one shot. Play. Volume scale. Play one shot. So I got the audio source. Audio source. Okay. Okay. 3D custom. I don't want to get so complex audio source. Okay, so editing curves, scripting API. Let's search for audio source. There. So what can we do? Play one shot. Play on away, pitch, pan, stereo. Play doesn't exist. Bypass, virtual, play on awake. What? To play, pause. Okay. So this is the audio source, right? Yes, audio source, play. Why I don't have? Where is the play? Is play on awake? Where is public? So play one shot. Place the clip. Play delayed. Ambition set some one shot. Okay. Does not cancel clips that are already being played, but audio play one shot. an audio play. Audio source. Clip and volume. Okay. Play at point. To play a clip at a static position in 3D display, blah blah. To play blah blah blah. To adjust its volume, use time to seek through the audio track. To play multiple sounds on one audio source, use play one shot. To play a clip at a static position in 3D space, use... Okay, so I think I always should use this one. Play one shot. Fine. So the thing is this, no, if I want to change the volume, what's the correct way to use this? So this is an audio source and I want to change the volume, for example, for different sounds. Or even the pitch. Okay, so the clip isn't cancelled. Okay. How many more audio things I have here? Filter, audio listener, filter, and audio source. Not too many things. Audio. Filter, listener. Okay, let's add a listener. I need at least a listener here. Well, at least that's easy. Play on awake? No, my friend. So maybe I should create a new one. Let's see. UI sound effects. Let's take you there. Let's move you there. Okay. Remove. So I have a listener and a source. Okay, I'm gonna ask this guy. Oops, sorry. Unity 6. Unity 6. In Unity 6, is it a good idea to have a game object with a single audio source that can play many different sounds, like a go goblin that can scream when hit, scream when die, when killed, laugh when winning, scream when seeing the hero, etc. Is that a good idea? Okay. Yes, it's simple. Okay. No overlapping sounds. Yes. Yes, that's messy. This is messy. Oh, yes. That's a good idea, really? Add many audio sources? One audio source for each sound? Audio mixer to RUA. Multiple audio sources. I'm not sure. Performance note. Two and three. So how am I supposed to use this? Let's see. Unity Sound Manager. Top 10. Okay, where? Audio. Doing fading. Controlling groups of audio sources. Let's take a look.
Is all about audio mixes and being able to control groups of audio for the purposes of being able to make sure all sound effects can be minimized in sound and other things like that. In the video all about the basics of audio,
high quality layer audio
in more
in your
detail. And I do have a video all about changing the volume in code the right way because it uses decibels rather than a generic whole number. So to create yourself an audio mixer, you can right click in your project panel, go create, choose audio and choose audio mixer. I'm going to name this my house audio mixer, and with that being said, you can see that we don't have many options on the view the pitch between what you have. So we can go back down here to the sound each time between the min and the maximum pitch, and then make sure we end that, and then what we can do is hit play.
No, never mind. Sound Manager. Brackeys. Okay, let's check this out.
We have all been there. You create a player, make them move, and you come to add sound, and what do? You create a separate audio source for every single sound. Then you go to your player movement script and you get a reference to all those audio sources, and then you play audio source.play to trigger them in the script. Don't
No.
worry, amigo, we've all been there.
I
In
would
this
never
video,
do that.
I'll guide you through a script that I've been using
Oh
for
look,
years to
it's
manage
the
sound.
same name
How do
I
you use
use.
it? If you want to play a sound in your script, simply call soundmanager.play and then pass through the sound and the volume you want it at. And that's it. Even better, you can attach the custom play sound enter and play sound exit scripts to your desired animation states. Now it will play the sound whenever the state is entered or exited. Let me show you an example scene. The sound in the scene is not triggered by any code. They are all triggered by play sound enter and play sound exit scripts. By the end of the video, your sound manager will have an inspector that looks like this, with drop downs to all audio clips. Writing the sound manager script also takes hardly any coding. Your sound manager script will only be this size when completely finished. I will split this video into 3 sections. First, let's get the sound manager functionality going so we can start playing sounds. Then we'll make the animator scripts, play sound enter and play sound exit. And at the very end, I'll go through some extra functionality to create a simple inspector for it. So I'm in the unit sound manager script, and the next thing is I want to make a static roof and static. So with this method, what do we want to play it at? Let's take to add all the different sounds that I have. And when I'm going to go to the volume, I'm just going to preset it to 1. So that is here, I'm going to
So you're gonna go with a switch.
And what is the type? Well, we want to add the audio source into it. Now that we've got our audio source, we need to pass through the clips that we want to play. So we're going to pass those clips through in the inspector.
Sound
So now we
list.
have the audio source we want to play, and we've got the audio clip array.
Okay.
So down here in play sound, I'm going to play them. So first I need to get the audio source, and then what element of the sound list do we want to get? It would be the index of the current
Oh, it's the
element.
index.
So I'm going to get the sound, and then I'm going to convert
Int.
that to an integer.
That's
and as my second parameter of play
good.
one shot, I'm going to pass through the volume that we want to play at. So if we go back to our
But-
inspector here, you can see that I've got our sound list and I can add more elements to them. So just to demo this out, I'm going to drag in all the audio clips that I need, and I'm going to match them to the
To that.
element here.
Alright.
So sword will be the first one, then it's magic, then it's land, then it's jump.
That's
so I've
smart.
added all my sound effects in here, making sure that it matches the enum exactly. And we'll go to this issue later on in the video, don't worry. So now
Yes,
to try
that's
this out,
smart.
I'm going to go to our player movement script. And what should I test out? Okay, I've got the check attack method here. So I'm going to go if it was successful in attacking, then I want to go sound manager dot play sound. And what sound do I want to play? Well, I want to play the sword sound, and I'm going to keep the volume at 100%. So I'm going to click play, and let's try this out. If I click shift, and there we go, now it plays the sword.
Wait,
It'll be the
how do
first
you
one,
get
then it's
the
magic, then it's
the
jump.
audio
That's the
source?
second parameter of play one.
Instance audio source. Oh, but that's because it's a 2D game. Animator. Let's try it out. Footsteps. But I want a 3D sound manager, not a 2D. Okay, what's the right way?
Hey guys, welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to properly play focused. Let me do that again. And there, it took me a couple of tries, but I managed to pause while it's actually got this object in the scene. So if you do play clip at point, what it's actually going to do is temporarily create this game object in your scene, which has an audio source on it with your audio clip. Now remember, our goal with this video is to be able to control our volume with these sliders here. But in order to do that, we need to be able to access this output and put our audio mixer in here. And you cannot do that with play clip at point. There's just no way to access this audio source. So that is not what we want either. So what we're going to do is set up our own script to handle this. So inside my scripts folder, and
Alright, let's
then
take
we
a
want
look
to actually play the sound.
at what
Then we want to get the length of our clip,
spawning game object.
and then we
So
want to destroy this game
why?
to our audio source here. So we're going to say audio
Instantiate.
source clip is equal to audio
That's
clip,
crazy.
which is being passed in after clip length.
That's going
Now
to
let's
be a
not
little
forget
bit
that
slow
Instance dot play
if you
sound
do
effect.
it often.
Into my prefab. There you go. And you can see, so finally add an audio source. Let's uncheck play on awake. And I'm going to drag that into my prefabs folder. Let's delete that. And now we can assign that to our sound effects manager. So finally, to test this out, let's actually...
So it creates a game object, and then it assigns the audio clip with the volume and plays it, and then destroys it. That's going to be slow.
We call this when we damage our enemy. So we can say sound effects manager dot instance dot play sound effects clip. What are we playing? Our damage sound clip. Over here, go to audio and select audio mixer. I'm going to dock that up here, and let's create a new mixer called main mixer. Alright, so I'm not going to go through all of these because that's outside of the scope of this tutorial. However, there's all sorts of awesome things that you can do with this. It will automatically set up a master node with an attenuation effect. Attenuation essentially just allows you to control the volume. That's really all it means. Now, what we do care about is the groups over here. We want to be able to play our sounds in different groups. So let's create a new one. Let's call that sound effects. And let's create one more, select the master and click plus, and let's say music. So you'll see both of those were set up with attenuation as well, which is what we want. So what we want to essentially be able to do is inside of our slider functions here, if you scroll down, you'll see on value changed. We want to be able to assign something in there that controls these sliders here. And to do that, we're going to need to expose some parameters in the audio mixer. So if you select the master, you'll see your inspector changes over here. And if you right click the volume, we can say expose volume of master to script. Click that, and now you can see exposed parameters 1. If you click that and double click this, we can rename it to master volume. And let's click sound effects and do the same thing. Right click, click expose, and let's call that sound effects volume. And music, right click, expose, we'll call that music volume. So back in my scripts folder, I'm going to go into my managers and create a new C# script called sound mixer manager. In my scene here, I'm going to create a new empty called Sound Mixer Manager. Let's reset the transform. I'm going to drag that up here and add the Sound Mixer Manager script to it and open that up. Let's get rid of this. We want to grab a reference to this audio mixer here, and in order to do that, we need to go up here and use the Unity Engine.audio namespace. So let's say serialized field private audio mixer called audio mixer. Inside of our slider on, it's easier to go change the slider value. Let's click plus here. Where is the function stored? It's stored in Sound Mixer Manager. And if we click here and go to Sound Mixer Manager, we want to go up here to dynamic float, which means it's going to dynamically pass in this value right here. And this is the master, so we want to set master volume. Now let's do the same for audio mixer, which one is sound effects and which one is music. Up here in our music manager, in the audio source, we can click right here in output and select our music group under the main mixer. And for our sound effects, we can click on our sound effects object, open up the prefab, and do the same thing, except this output is going to be the sound effects group from the main mixer.
Cool, nice.
You can see that working there.
Okay, but okay, this guy is a genius.
How much sound can your game handle? That much? Maybe more. What about that much? Or that seems like a ridiculous amount of audio clips, doesn't it? Well, it's actually less than you might think. And that's because I'm pooling all my audio sources. There's quite a few benefits to doing this, and we're going to talk about them a little bit at the start, and then we're going to actually build and implement this system and talk about some project settings and so on. So let's get started.
Yes.
One problem that developers frequently face is if you've got a lot of projectiles and they all have their own audio source, as soon as the projectile gets destroyed for some reason, the audio source gets destroyed too, and you lose your sound. You could use this method that Unity provides, but it creates a new game object every time you call it. Another problem is there's settings that determine how many real voices every time you call it.
Oh no, not
Another
that
problem
one.
is there's settings that determine how many real voices can be heard in your game at any given time. If you've got a million projectiles and they all play a sound, how do you fit in your music and your UI sounds? The system itself is going to be pretty straightforward. We'll have one class that's audio data. It's just going to have a reference to the clip and some other settings. Then we'll have a manager class. The sound manager will actually contain the object pool, which will be a pool of sound emitters. A sound emitter is just a wrapper around an audio source, and it'll contain a reference to also the audio data so that we can configure that audio source correctly. Now, to help us build sound emitters, we're going to make a sound builder class. That's going to reference the data, get a sound emitter out of the pool and configure it, and then we can just play that sound emitter. When we're done playing, it goes back in the pool. Let's start by making a class that will represent a specific sound in our game.
So it's
First,
a
I'm going
pool
to get a
of
reference to an
audio
flow. And each particular
sources.
sound we can direct to a specific
Is that
mixer.
right?
I'll add a few emitter.
Yes,
When we're done playing,
a pool
it
of
goes
audio
back in the pool.
sources. Sure.
Let's start by going to wrap an audio source and associate some sound data with that audio
So
source.
let's see. This is the namespace audio system with the sound data, and the sound data holds an audio clip basically.
Source. And the other one is going to be a
This
management
is going to
class
be
that will
a
allow us to pool these sound emitters.
a
I'm
sound
actually going to make
emitter.
this a
So it's
persistent
a game
singleton,
object.
which is just a wrapper around singleton functionality that includes don't destroy on load. I'll include this code in the repository, but it's also in the utility library. Now, this is just a convenience for beginners. Those of you who are more advanced, of course, you can supply the sound manager as required through some sort of inversion of control. So I'm just going to move these two classes, sound emitter and sound manager, into their own files, and we'll start working on them from there. So the job of the sound manager is going to be managing an object pool of sound emitters. So I'm going to bring in some dependencies at the top of the class here. One of them is going to be using unityengine.pool. This is going to give us access to the interface iObjectPool. So we can declare an object pool of type sound emitter. Next, as a convenience,
This is getting too
a
complex.
list of any sound emitters that are actually active that we've fetched out of the pool. This might be useful if we wanted to perform an operation on all of them, like stop all sounds. Next, I'm going to create a dictionary that's going to count how many instances of a particular type of sound data has been created in the game. We can use this to make sure there aren't too many of a certain sound being played. So in a little bit here, we'll make a sound emitter prefab, and we'll have to get a reference to that. But beyond that, we also have some settings that we can use for a basic Unity object pool, and that's collection check, default capacity, max pool size, and I'm going to add one more, which is going to be max sound instances. That'll be the most of any particular sound we would ever want to be playing at once. When the sound manager starts up, point in time. Of
This
course,
is
when we
extremely
do is laying
complex
one of
for
these,
what I
we're
wanted to do.
data that's really checked to see if the audio source is still playing the pool. I can collapse up the audio source, dial script out of the same CAD.
But he's right. When you destroy an object, the audio source disappears, so you can't hear the sound anymore. Wonderful, isn't it? Unity audio secrets, which is really silly and dumb. So I'm going to separate the sound emitter in a different child, so that I can, when the game object is destroyed, I can remove it from its parent, so it doesn't get destroyed immediately. It will be destroyed after a couple of seconds. How to make an audio system in Unity? Fmod. Looping audio distance. So this is another 2D system. Go to the sides. Audio source, playing an audio source. Sound on trigger. How to stop, pause, creating and understanding. beginner's guide. So what if I create a, let's see, inspector, attribute, collections, dictionary. So this is the key. We need to do this inheritor class, serialized. So string 1 custom enum object key 3rd, key 4th. Oh, this is really nice. So a dictionary could work really well with this. Okay, so in this guy I can have a dictionary. So how can I add this? A dictionary of clips. That could work. Public dictionary. What's serialized mono behavior? Okay. So this is a serialized mono behavior. Let's get a wait. I'm using a Cyrenix dot Odin inspector, right? So you, my friend, are a serialized mono behavior. And with this, what I have to do is I have a dictionary of enums. I think enums. What could be faster? Let's do this. So I don't like this. I don't like this. Public. Let's ask the opinion. What could be the fastest way to retrieve sound, rather audio clips for a dictionary? Like this, or using enums or strings. I need to consider performance. Okay, for speeds. Slower than enum. Yes. Okay, so dictionary with enums. Okay, so let's do this. Resources, whatever. So you are sound effect. There, strings, no. Sound effects dictionary, and you are an audio clip. There we go. So that should be enough to see you. Let's get a sound manager, big sound manager. Let's put you there, or let's put you there. Sound manager. So you are a manager, right? Sound manager. What's this? Array base music. Okay. Something wrong with this. There. So audio clip. Rip. Let's hide this. Ooh. Okay, let's leave it like that. Can I see the dictionary? There we go. So where, how, what? I have a dictionary here. Dictionary drawer. Wait. Value. Dictionary drawer. I like this. Int materials. Going to do is need for class serialized mono behavior. So what dictionary? Nice. So here I have all the effects names, for example melee, and here I can do this other thing. So where is the button clip down? And in here, oh shame I cannot play it from here. So let's do this. Menu, selection, transition, play. Oh, that's super loud. Overcard. Oh. What's this? Ah, autoplay. Ooh, nice. Oh, hello. Hello. I'm adding sounds to the game. There we go. So I like that. I'm gonna add this new sound, which was this one, and I'm going to add the click down there. Add. Alright. What? Oh, it's because I need to change it. Right up there. Wait. I vote them. I vote them from the asset store. I didn't make them myself. I bought them a few months ago. You can buy them on the asset store, on the Unity asset store, or I think the Unreal asset store, or the itch.io asset store. They're on sale actually. I mean, you can find them on sale very often. You just have to keep following many stores so that you get notified when they sell something. The Humble Bundle store also sells sound assets, which are cheap. So it's good to follow them too. So I have this. This is really nice. Okay. So now I have this nice looking dictionary that works with an enum and the value and the clip. So this stores a clip. Good. So the other thing, I'm not sure if I should do this, but whatever. So I play effects, I get the sound. I mean, yes, no, that's wrong. Oh no, this is perfect. And how do I get? How can I get the? How can I? Let's use the dictionary. I don't use the dictionary often, so I forgot how to use them. So I have an enum. I set up the script, play sound, try get value. With this one, try get value type. Attach the script, audio source, play sounds in your game, play sounds, try get value. That's how it's used. Let's check. C# dictionary. Oh, this is the worst place to see right line. So okay, right line, key, value. What? Collection. Contains key. Also, that's not too bad. So it uses the key and the value. Accessing elements. Key value pair. Oh, this is nice. Int and string on. So I get the key value pair, but that's not what I wanted. I want to get the try get value. Okay, so I get the clip here and play the clip. Out. Try get value. Let's do this. Dictionary. No, sound effects. Sound effect dictionary. Try get value. So this is the key. And the key is that one. The sound that I want. And the source, I mean the audio clip value. Audio clip. Audio. Or should I say clip? So this is how we get it. Out clip. There. So if this is not null, I can play it. Which I doubt it's null, so I'm gonna leave it like that. So this is how we get this sound effect. Sound source. Wait a second, I should just copy this. Let me just copy this. And I'm going to use this as that. Close that. And I'm going to let's see, target value, and the source must not be null. What's the matter with you, the source? Oh, there. Bloop. So there. Let's put some music. So this is the old way. Let's write. Let's mark it at obsolete. You're obsolete. Random range. What? Oh, Unity engine random, system random. Okay, let's not use it. Whatever. So this is the new way. Play effects. I can play the clip. Let's do a one shot, play one shot. Audio clip. Let's remove this from there. Volume by volume scale. No. Pitch. Loop false. Yes. Volume. Play. Okay. The source. Let's do it like this. There. So this is the new way to play a sound. So for example, play sound effects. So I need a new UI sound effects. So this is a sound emitter. Sound effects. Should I add it to the manager? Sound effects. Let's add scripts. So you are a monobehavior called sound emitter. There, so let's close this. There, so I have a public void how should I do this? Okay, let's do play sound like that. So what this guy does is serialize field private audio source, my audio source. So let's get sound manager dot script dot play sfx sound manager sound effects sound effect effects there and my there. So when the parent gets destroyed, I need to remove this sound emitter from itself. Let's make this simple void. Let's call it an parent. So it's quick and easy. So transform dot set parent equals null and false. So it stays there. Or should I call it prepare this destruction? So one, two, three. So maybe I can destroy it after 3 seconds or immediately. Destroy game object 1 after 4 seconds. That's enough. Okay. Let's call it sound emitter. No, that's not a sound listener. Let's put it there. Let's remove it. Oh, you already have an audio listener there. Okay, let's remove this. UI sound effects, sound emitter. So I could put it in a group. Play on awake, no. I could change everything about this. The volume, Actually, I'm gonna change the audio mixer. Audio update, pitch, master. Can I add a new one? Normal, master, add. What's this? Send. None. Okay. How do I audio mixer group? Audio mixer. How can I add a audio mixer? Maybe if I add it here? No. Let's see. Audio source. Oh, no, it was like here, I think. Audio mixer. Okay, so we have this guy here. New audio mixer. Maybe I can place it there. That's better. Groups, new group. Sound effects and should I say music? And maybe ambient sounds, right? Ambient sounds, music, sound effects. Attenuation there, attenuation there. So this guy is here. Sound effects. Cool. I like it. Spatial blend, left, right. Red in the middle. Or 2D or 3D? No, this is 2D. Alright. What's this? New auto random container. Okay, so I have this, prepare destruction. Let's put this on the enemies. Enemy template. So where? Let's put this sound emitter on sound effects. Let's add a prefab. Prefabs. There. Sound emitter. So let's get the enemy and let's put a sound emitter right there. So you're a sound effect. Okay. Priority, volume, stereo, reverb. Whoop. Can I move this? No. Okay, what else? So when this guy gets destroyed, I can do a sound emitter and call it my sound emitter. So when this guy gets destroyed on destroy, I do my meter prepare destruction. So when this prepares destruction, it unparents itself and destroys itself after 4 seconds. Great. So now things are getting complicated. On hero died. Let's see. So let's see. What can I do here? On destroy listener, hero detected an enemy. So here I can play a sound. Play sound. There we go. Let me check this here. So walk. Oh, I have a walk. See you next time. Thanks for coming. So I have SFX and how detected. Let's call it detected. SFX detected. Sound effect. Okay, sound effect. Sound effect detected. There we go. So when the hero gets detected, it plays this sound. And when the enemy gets destroyed, this sound emitter prepares itself for destruction. Good. So the hero also needs a sound emitter. A hero. Where are you, hero? There. So let's put you there. Okay, so hero. There we go. There we go. Recompile. So we place the sound. We place the sound emit. There, we place the sound emit. What? We have to place the sound emit. What's going on? What's going on? Sound emitter. Private sound emitter. Okay, go. What? What's going on here? Oh, look at this. So this guy doesn't want a sound emitter. Sound emitter there. Overrides, no overrides. There we go. So let's see, hero. Is the enemy alright? Enemy template. Sound emitter. Seems okay. But so this is very important. I need musics. There. So I have the sound emitter here. When this guy gets destroyed, let's get the sound emitter to do something. There. Enemy chase. On combat exit. So the other thing I need to do is to activate cards, the use of cards. So the cards is here, cards. What? Are you sure? Oh. So on pointer enter. Oh wait, I need to add a. Let's put this. Name and description. Text. Let's see. Sound emitter. Wait. On the card, really? No, that should be UI. So on pointer enter, maybe I should be able to. How can I do this? On pointer enter, highlight. Wait. So cards. Card template. There we go. Okay, so how can I do this? Wait, my card prefab. So this guy shouldn't have an emitter, a sound emitter. No sound emitter for you. Okay, so let's skip this, and somehow I should be able to activate the UI sounds. Let's see. Managers. Let's create a manager. A new manager. Sound manager. What's this? In progress manager. So how can I do this? I could create a UI sound manager, UI sound controller. Yes, why not? UI sounds controller. Let's see. So there, we delete this, and let's add this guy. Let's close this for a second. Let's okay, let's open this. But first let's put this here. Where is the UI sounds controller? There. So this is very similar to the controller. Public void awake. I don't know. So this should be a public void. Oh, that was. Oh, this means I'm getting tired. So let's call this public static UI controller instance. And let's do that. If this instance equals null, wait, that null looks weird. Okay. If this instance equals null, instance this. Else, let's destroy this game object. There, simple. So that way I can access the sound emitter. So I can do a public sound emitter, get sound emitter. So now I do a return my sound emitter. There I can get this to emit sounds. So now when this enters or clicks, I can do a UI sound controller dot instance dot get sound emitter dot play sound. That was a bit crazy. So I can do a sound effect. Let's change this. Undetected. SFX. Card clicked. Let's change. Let's do a card clicked. So now I need to select the sound. So I have the sound emitter. Sound emitter. Wait a second. What am I? What? Sound manager. This. Right? Wait a second. How did this work? Wait a second, this shouldn't. Sound manager. So this is a mono behavior, but this is not going to work. This dictionary is not going to work. This is not going to work, my friend. Let's add this. So SFX card. Where is it? SFX card clicked. Where the hell is it? Button. Well, I can search for it. Right. Card clicked. Nice. Okay, so what's the ability cards? Let's see. Oh, that's too much. Okay, just for testing. Play transition. Okay, this one. SFX card. There. So what? Oh, never mind. There. Okay, sorry. So when I click this, should be able to play the UI sound. My sound emitter there. So this UI controller instance play sound, sound manager, sound effect, SFX card clicked. But the problem is that you know what, this is not too bad, is it? Or maybe it is. Yes, because I'm gonna need to create a different set of sounds for each scene, except the music. The music sound manager should be destroyed. I mean, the music should never end. Maybe. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's pause this. Let's try this. Let's hear this. Oh, nice. Hahaha, nice, isn't it? Okay, but I need to think this through because there are too many sounds here to load, and this won't remain. What's this? Get serialized. Sound manager destroyed. Fine. How should I do this? I don't know. I'll be right back. So let's edit this. I'm going to destroy everything. Right? Walk. Pistol shot, grenade, slap, freeze. I don't want to destroy this. Small enemy hurt. Monster escape. Should I destroy everything? Well, I don't have to destroy everything. I just can comment it. So let's see. That's the old one. There. Let's do it like this. Stop effects. All right, I need to stop, walk, and yes. Let me see. Interesting. There. Fixed. So this is the old way in which I did things. This is crazy. Totally crazy. That's not how I roll anymore. All right. Done. Play one shot. Ball shaking, what's that? Ball shaking. No idea what this is. I think this is from one of my educational games where you have like a Pokemon ball that you could grab and shake like this. So the more you shake it, the stronger it got. That's from that game. Let's hide it. Oh my god, look at that. No, this is useless. So I use this to play music. I can stop the music. Okay. So I can have a scriptable object with all the audio clips I need. Recompile, please. Okay. What? Grenade bounce. Oh. So I have this audio source which I don't use anymore, and I have all these audio clips. There we go. So I have like many musics for the intro, for the bass, for the planet music, and for the exploration. I could have many songs, many musics for the map, for the terrain map. What? SFX walk. So this is detected. This is card clicked. Let's do walk. Where is it? Oh, there. Let's be specific. Let's do like hero walk. Hero walk. You know what? I should remove this. If I already know it's a sound effect, why do I need the SFX? That's a bit annoying, actually. Creature walk, monster walk. There. Actually, it's like there are too many. Okay, creature. This is hero detected. Card clicked. Hero walk. Creature walk. Let's do it like that. What? No, my friend, this is wrong. Oh, white. Detected. Hero detected. And what else? card clicked. Let's go even crazy. Let's shorten this sound effects. There. Oh, look at this. Creature walk? No. Hero detected? Oh, it's because it's already repeated. This is why hero detected there. So this is wrong actually. Should I place this into an asset? Okay. Okay, so thinking out loud, this is supposed to remain from the first scene to the last without being destroyed. So for example, if I'm playing a song, a music, I need this to not be destroyed. So this is needed. I already set you as don't destroy unload from the beginning. But I don't really need this actually. Oh, wait. No, actually I don't need this. I don't really need this because this doesn't have oh, this has a music source. Okay, so I need this. But so this has the dictionary. Where is the dictionary? There. That's why I need this. Anyway, I guess I'm finished for today. I need to do some stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to continue adding sound effects and trying to fix this. because let me show you something. It's a button clicked, right? So I have this button clicked. Come on, I just want to show you the problem I saw. So scene, main, start screen, there. Yes, save. So here I have a managers. Where are you? Main map, sound manager, there. So I have a sound manager, right? So what happens when I click it? It's empty. That's the problem. So if I really want to access it, dictionary, serialized dictionary, there, sound effects, hero walk, no, button clicked, wow, that's too much. There, add. So I have what? I have this for button clicked. So I have this button on click on start button. Button start. Where are you? There. So I can do a what? Sound manager. That instance. No, script. Was it script? Play sound effects. There. So I do a button clicked. And I need to pass this serialized field private sound emitter, my sound emitter, my sound emitter. There, so I pass this the sound emitter to this guy. What? Oh, there. Dot get sound emitter. Oh, right. This is how we do it. Play sound. So I don't need to make things more complex than this. There, so this searches for this. And this other button also needs that. That thing. Wait a second. Just wait until it gets destroyed. Sound emitter. So I need a sound emitter here. Where is the sound emitter? Take that. So when this button gets clicked, it goes the sound emitter. Let's try it. The problem is that this sound manager won't be destroyed. You'll see. Look, it looks worse each time. Oh, null audio clip. Okay, I guess that was clear enough, wasn't it? Sound emitter. Oh. So this was empty. What? This is empty? Okay, so you get the idea. This is full of problems. Anyway, I'm going to leave now. Thanks for coming. See you tomorrow, where I'll continue with the sound manager. Bye bye.